Danielle Banks graduated from Texas A&M in December and decided that she wanted to help in another corner of the world. She was with a volunteer group trying to help people in Nepal. The Allen native ran into some weather issues and wasn't able to go up the world's tallest mountain, Everest. And she couldn't helicopter from Everest and the base camp that's there. So Banks hiked on Saturday to Gorak Shep on the west side of Everest. Late last night, in her first telephone interview since the disaster that has left thousands dead and missing, she told me about the earthquake that shook that country and the aftermath.
It was about a 2-hour hike back to the following town, and we had pretty much just gotten back when the earthquake hit, and the ground just kind of shook, and I guess being from Texas and all, I've never really experienced an earthquake. So everyone in the town just kind of looked around at each other like, what just happened? And then it started shaking more vigorously, and we realized what was happening, and we all ran for cover, and not even 30 seconds after we all ran, the avalanche just hit and flooded the town. And we were lucky to have made it back to Gorak Shep, but there are some people who are on the trail still, like hiking the Everest base camp when it hit, and you could just hear like screams and people running back towards town, and it was just a really scary ordeal. And then it was followed up by 2 more aftershocks, and so after aftershocks, like everyone's just freaking out. We're all running out of the buildings and standing in the middle. But I think I was actually pretty lucky to have been in the mountains because there is a lot less infrastructure, like weak infrastructure around, and so I feel like I was very fortunate because I've been talking to people here at the embassy about their stories and just what happened here, and they said it was like immediately, like the first time the ground shook, everyone knew what was happening, and everyone just ran outside and started running towards covers, buildings fell down, and it was just like way worse in the city. Tell us about where you're at right now at the embassy and what you are seeing there. I haven't seen much of Kathmandu. I helicoptered here yesterday, so I was able to see an aerial view, and from the aerial view, the entire city is just completely gone. Like, it's still standing, some buildings are, but there's heavy infrastructure damage. Homes are destroyed. The entire city is pretty much in shambles. And the embassy is taking really good care of American citizens right now. We're being fed 3 meals a day, some MREs for lunch and stuff like that. And everyone's just working on getting flight out of here, are trying to help with relief efforts. But I think right now relief efforts are really limited to medical training. Yesterday when we landed in front of a teaching hospital, and the line was just miles long. Like, there's just not adequate health care here. I know your family and your friends, I'm sure, are ready for you to be back home. The fact that you went over there to help other people, is there a tinge of a thought in your mind, maybe I should stay and help these folks? I would really like to stay, but I think right now it's too recent. It's like with the aftershock still going on right now, there's just not a lot of organization to be helped right now. So right now I think it's mainly just like big organizations that are coming in, like UNICEF and obviously the UN and the Department of State and the embassy right here that are doing all they can to help with relief efforts. But I think until the situation has kind of died down and the focus isn't just on medical training and rescuing, then I think relief efforts can start, and I might come back then. What's your message to the Aggie community, to friends and family who may be hearing you for the first time since all this happened? I think what I really just want everyone to know is like how truly like devastating it is. Like something, it's not necessarily a small earthquake, like it was a very large earthquake, but just how fortunate we are to live in such like a amazing country, because if an earthquake like this happens in America, like, yes, it would be devastating, but it wouldn't be as nearly devastating here because we have really strong infrastructure. And so I think I would just really love for everyone to know just how blessed you are to attend such a reputable university and just have access to education, because that's something that Nepal needed to focus on, was human rights and just the social side of humans. And now that is about to completely change because of this devastating natural disaster. And it's about to just solely be focused on rebuilding and redevelopment. And I think all the progress they've made towards just like education and human rights is just going to be lost because of this huge disaster, and it's just really unfortunate.
Danielle Banks is set to leave Kathmandu and the U.S. Embassy coming up this Friday.